Hi, I'm Granny, and we're going down the rabbit hole of the brain and shared dreams. I've often wondered what scientists would have discovered if they had studied my family with all the multiple births. I also wonder if scientists' technology today would be able to explain these interesting events. Have you ever heard of shared dreams? Growing up, I often shared a room with the youngest set of twins. Several times they would end up in my bed, and more times than I can remember, I would wake up with a twin on either side of me, talking and responding to each other while they were sleeping. The last time I remember, they were dreaming of falling down a mountain and screaming and yelling at me, again, one on either side, grabbing me, wanting me to save them. And they were both dreaming of falling down a mountain. Every time before my parents would get ready for bed, they would go throughout the house, making sure doors and windows were locked and we were tucked in nicely in our beds. Many times they would find one twin sitting up in bed, and we often had bunk beds, up in the bed facing the other twin, having a conversation with her eyes closed and sleeping. They would often then, one parent would then take one of the twins and put him in bed, and it seemed to be a pattern. Then if they spent the day playing a particular game, they would dream about that at night, and that would be the conversations that my parents would be able to hear them. And specifically, I remember them talking about how they would go through the motions of playing jacks with each other and taking turns with each other playing their part of that game of playing jacks. Anyway, and often the twins wouldn't remember having this experience of this dream event. Historically, people have tried to understand dreams forever, and more recently, scientists have been studying dreams. Sigmund Freud made many statements regarding dreams. Quote, "Dreams the royal road to the unconscious or wish fulfillment," end of quote. Freud believed that dreams were the key to unlocking the unconscious. By analyzing them, we would better understand. His dream theory was based on one of his own dreams in 1895. I've considered analyzing my own dreams, and sometimes they make sense and sometimes they're just plain bizarre. But I have learned to be very careful what I expose my brain to in the evenings. If I watch the news that is particularly troubling, or if I watch a TV program that's upsetting, those events will show up in my dreams. When I did a search on twins and shared dreams, there were mostly only anecdotal evidence. There were a few studies, and most of them mirrored the experiences we had as a family with the multiple twins. According to some studies, many twins have reported similar dreams. Some even share the same nightmares, like in the twins that were falling down the mountain. Incredibly, the pairs have been found to occasionally wake up from these nightmares at the same time when they're placed in different locations. From an article in Psychology Today dated October 2011, Dr. Patrick McNamara describes studying pairs of twins and finding them often to be similar, their brains structurally similar and with the same brain volume. He found significant differences between twins and what he referred to as singletons, or those who were born by themselves without twins. In his article, he stated about 44% of the time twins dream of the other twin in their dreams. Only 19% of characters in singleton dreams are family members. That difference is significant. In the article, Dr. McNamara referred to a dissertation by Marjorie Runyon titled, Do Twins Dream Twin Dreams? A Quantitative Comparison with Singles Dreams. Her dissertation, she shared a variety of dream sharing accounts from twins compared to those who were single birth dreams. I'm sharing what I found on pages 140 and 141 of her dissertation. Quote, one twin set reported nightmares with a similar threat, tornadoes, in recent dreams. One twin set reported the same occurrence from 2 points of view while sleeping side by side. Very interesting. One twin dreamt that she came to the other twin that she was not to let her know that she was not getting married. The other twin dreamt that her twin came to her to tell her that she wasn't getting married. That's very interesting. Marjorie Runyon reported, quote, apparent precognitive dreams, end of quote, where one twin foresaw in his dreams a calamity that was going to befall the other twin. Quoting, for a few weeks, I had a recurring dream nightmare where I was driving my car after dark. During this period of driving, I would be involved in an automobile accident where the car I was driving would flip over and over again, causing my death. I was almost to the point of not driving anymore after dark when my identical twin died in an automobile accident where he flipped his car over, with it landing on the top directly over him. This caused him to have a massive brain injury, resulting in his death. That is, how do you recover from that one? Have you ever heard of Cryptophasia, or autonomous language, or idioglossia? The word cryptophasia comes from the Greek words for secret and speech. Another curiosity about the younger set of twins that were 2 years younger than me, they had their own language that only they understood. It sounded really gibberish to me and everybody else in the family. Most days included them in communicating with their twin using their own language. I remember once when we were driving to our house, my mother reminded my younger sisters that they would be starting school soon and to please start speaking English. It wasn't until I was older and exposed to other people and their families that I realized how exceptional secret shared language and dreams were. After a lifetime of having twin sisters, I've known that they can feel each other's emotions even when they are on opposite sides of the earth. This happens so often, I learned never to question it. There is a connection between twins beyond what we can see or prove, and how do we reconcile this behavior? My mother and father were both creative people. My father was a creator in that he spent a lifetime tweaking common household or vehicle items to make them better. He built motors and transmissions that he put in his trucks, and they were used for many years. He improved all kinds of things, and whenever he hit a snag, he learned to keep a notebook and paper with a pen next to his bed, because he learned many solutions came to him in his dreams. There are so many different curiosities about our brain. Have you ever heard of lucid dreams, slow wave dreams, brain plasticity, muscle memory, synesthesia? We've mentioned that before. How about blind sight. People who are blind, legally blind, that can kind of see. Thank you for spending your time with me, and join me again when Granny goes down the rabbit hole. Please like and subscribe.